Thank you all for being here today. I'm Sheriff Richard Lynch, and I wanted to update you guys on the ongoing law enforcement operations targeting the criminal activities of outlaw motorcycle clubs, or MCs, in our area. As part of our commitment to safeguarding this community, our department, in close collaboration with local, state, and federal agencies, has initiated a large-scale operation aimed at dismantling organized crime networks linked to these groups. Our goal is simple: to eliminate illegal activities that harm our residents, create unsafe environments, and put profits before the safety of the public. Over the last few weeks, our detectives and investigators have been working tirelessly, gathering intelligence and conducting surveillance. We've identified several locations used by these organizations to engage in illegal activities, including drug trafficking, illegal weapons possession, and organized violence. As a result of these efforts, we've successfully executed a series of raids at key locations associated with these groups. I'm pleased to report that we've seized illegal substances, firearms, and significant amounts of cash. In addition, we've arrested numerous individuals connected to these outlaw motorcycle clubs. These are not just arrests, they're part of a larger operation that seeks to dismantle dangerous criminal enterprises that are having a negative impact on our neighborhoods. Let me be clear. These criminal organizations, while they may operate under the guise of a motorcycle club, are involved in activities that are violent, illegal, and disruptive to our communities. We will not tolerate it. We will continue to target these groups and their operations, and we will work relentlessly to protect the law-abiding citizens of this county. This operation is ongoing, and I want to assure the public that we will remain vigilant. We have not and will not stop these criminal networks until these criminal networks are fully dismantled. We will continue to pursue those who believe they can operate above the law. I want to thank the men and women of the Blaine County Sheriff's Department for their hard work, dedication, and professionalism in carrying out this operation. I also want to express my appreciation to our partner agencies, LSPD and SAFER, whose collaboration has been essential to the success of this initiative. We encourage anyone with information about illegal activities in their communities to come forward. If you see something, say something. You can contact our criminal investigation unit through the hotline to report any concerns anonymously. Your cooperation is vital in making our neighborhoods safer for everyone. In closing, I want to reassure the people of San Andreas Valley that we are committed to keeping our streets safe and ensuring that those who engage in criminal activity are held accountable. This is just the beginning, and we will continue to take action where needed. Thank you. I'll now take any questions you guys may have before I turn it over to Major John Jones, head of CIU.
Yes, Sheriff, I have a couple questions.
Good.
Would you be willing to let the public know what challenges your deputies face during these raids?
Yeah, so we faced a good number of challenges. I mean, coming into things, you really have to take a careful approach to these organizations. They have been known to become violent with LEO at times. They've committed other violent acts throughout the city. So as a department, we have to be careful how we approach this to maintain the integrity of our cases, as well as ensuring that the deputy safety is coming first and foremost.
Okay, it's nice that you commented on the safety there. During these operations, how did you minimize risk to the civilians as well that were potentially in the area of these, um, these locations that you raided?
Yes, so we had the pleasure of working with both departments, the Sheriff's Department and LSPD, and with that we were able to incorporate SWAT as well as the city's gang and narco units, along with the Sheriff's SRT division and CIU, and all of us together were able to collaborate, build the case together, and then when it came time to executing it, um, we had a very nice briefing beforehand, and we're able to set up perimeters, ensure scene safety, perimeter safety, and once all that was established, then we were able to move in and conduct our raids that we had to do. Once we got all the civilians cleared out of the area and we can ensure the scene was safe, we were able to proceed forward.
Very nice. Do you anticipate any policies changing in response to what was uncovered during the raid?
At this time, we haven't taken too deep of a dive into policies. We've kind of been sorting everything out still and trying to organize everything. I believe Major Jones will touch on just how much we did confiscate from the past couple raids, and it has been a lot.
Perfect. No further questions. Thank you.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Major John Jones, head of CIU.
All right. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Good deal. Good deal. All right. He introduced me. I'm Major John Jones. I'm the director of the Criminal Intelligence Unit inside BCSO here. Just wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit of a serious problem that we're facing. That's drugs within Blaine County. I want to be real clear. If you think you're going to be real, or if you think you're going to bring that poison into our community and sell it to our citizens, we've got a special place for you. It's called the Bolingbrook Penitentiary, and trust me, you will not like the accommodations. We've got criminals running around thinking they can grow weed next to a warehouse, or in a warehouse on Sandy Shores, or stash dope in the arcade in Grapeseed. Like we don't see what's going on. I'm going to tell you something. We see you, and when we catch you, and we will catch you, you're going to have a real bad day. We're not going to let you destroy our neighborhoods. We're not going to let you endanger our families. And we're certainly not going to let you think for 1 second that this is the place for you to do your dirty business. If you want to peddle that garbage, go somewhere else. Because if you stay here, my deputies and I are going to make sure your next stop is a nice cold jail cell with a steel toilet and a jumpsuit that's not exactly fashionable. The good folks of Blaine County, we've got your back. We're coming after the drug dealers and the gang members and anybody else who thinks they're above the law. And for the criminals watching, go ahead and try us. But don't be surprised when we knock on your door at 3 a.m. with a warrant in one hand and cuffs in the other. You've been warned. We're not playing around. There's literally a new sheriff in town. He's sick of your shit, and so am I. With that being said, I can go over some numbers here. Combined totals for the raids, 107 kilograms of marijuana, 78 kilograms of hallucinogens, 20 kilograms of heroin, 450 grams of coca, and 74 grams of pharmaceuticals. Illegal pharmaceuticals were confiscated, along with a large amount of money. So this is still an ongoing investigation, so we're not going to comment too much on what's being done next. But we are working on it, and we're going to take a chunk out of this one bite at a time. Anybody have any questions for me?
Yes, I do have one question following up what you had to say. How does the Blaine County Sheriff's Office ensure that these large-scale operations are conducted lawfully and ethically?
Yeah, so we through many means. I'm not gonna comment on like too much police procedure. Okay, I'm not gonna let everybody know how we do what we do, but I will say this: everything is conducted lawfully. We identify a location, we conduct surveillance, we get warrants approved. So all this is done through the court system. Okay, we don't just, hey, look, it's a house and we go in. That's not lawful. We're not above the law. We enforce the law. Warrants are served. Drugs are confiscated. If there's items inside the residence or warehouse that are not illegal, we don't keep them. With that being said, the first 2 raids that we conducted were part of a toxic. So everything inside those warehouses were confiscated. The second one was not. It was just a regular search warrant. So everything that was legal stayed inside that warehouse. Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you very much.
Anything else?
I have no further questions.
All right. Sheriff Lynch, back to you.
You can pass it over to Lawson.
Okay. I'm going to introduce Jack Lawson. He's the commander of our SRT.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Chief Deputy Jack Lawson. I run subdivision oversight for Blaine County Sheriff's Office, as well as command our strategic response team. This past week, the strategic response team, in conjunction with LSPD SWAT, conducted 3 different large-scale operations in the greater Blaine County area, resulting in numerous acquisitions of illegal items and drugs, as Major Jones touched on. From a subdivision standpoint, our subdivisions have been tasked with upholding the law and ensuring that the communities are safe. Knowing these commanders within our subdivisions, they will not rest until Blaine County is completely safe. They work day in and day out. The amount of sheer manpower, resources, and time that went into the criminal investigative unit's case that we've been working cannot be understated. They've done an excellent job. The resources and support we've gotten from LSPD have been abundant and at the ready at a moment's notice as well, and we are very thankful for their involvement. Are there any questions for me?
Yes, I just have one question following up what you just had to say. For other businesses that are in the area that are operating completely legally and by the means that they're, providing the service that their business is intended to provide, how would you? What recommendations would you give to them to make sure that they maybe don't fall under these same kind of surveillance scopes per se? How do they avoid, conflict in that nature?
Absolutely. In reality, cases don't just start out of the blue. We don't go around necessarily looking for wrongdoing on any random business. The biggest advice I would give to business owners that are operating illegally is stay vigilant for both the folks that you bring in to your circle of trust to run that business and be aware of what's coming in and out. And if you see something, let us know. We are here to help. We are not here to intimidate anyone. We are not here to have any witch hunts. We are here to help serve and protect the community first and foremost.
So I want to thank everyone for coming out here today. That is all we have on our side. Is there any other questions that we can field at this time? Okay, I'll take that as a no. I want to thank everyone for coming out today. It is greatly appreciated. We look forward to working more with the Cardboard Times to have some more press releases, to get some more stories for you guys to get out to the public. So again, I thank everyone for coming out. And if anyone needs anything, please feel free to reach out to BCSO.
Appreciate
And
your
have a
time,
safe
Sheriff.
day.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you guys for your time.